Hello and welcome back to Deus Machina Demonbane. Sorry about the rather abrupt ending to the last part, but yeah, I'm still in YouTube's naughty books, so I'm still limited to 15 minutes apart. It's annoying, but there we go. However, being too careless with a sorcerer is unwise, especially when dealing with the master of the Necronomicon. The pleasure of watching you crawl like an insect will have to suffice. Now then, farewell. Intense, blinding light surges from the Golden Machine's cannons. Is this it? Is this really it? No. No way, I won't fucking accept this! Inspector Ness. Hold on a minute. Isn't this seriously bad? Stop! You damn string bean! Demonbane is my prey! Darling. Mr. Deus! Kuru, no! Master Therion and Deus Kuru! Now, nothing stands in our way! Nothing! Yes, everything is ours! The world belongs to the Anticross! No! Mr. Deus! A little too fast, Augustus. I thought the fun would last a little longer. How boring. Well, that's the way it goes. With a disappointed frown, Naya drops the glass in her hand. It smashes to pieces against the marble floor, and the sharp sound echoes through the empty throne room, the contents of the glass forming a crimson puzzle. Puddle. Naya is no longer sitting on the throne. She has vanished completely, as though she melted into the air. Only an ominous silence remains to rule the kingless castle. What? How can this be? Demonbane vanishes in the blinding light. Metatron cries out, her usual composure abandoned. There's no time for this nonsense. She has to go to Kuru's side as quickly as possible. But Sandalphon won't allow that. Again? You're ignoring me again? Look at me, Metatron! Look only at me! Sandalphon streaks through the sky and thrusts his fist at Metatron's face. But Metatron catches his punch in her right hand. The voice that emerges from her mask is quiet, but heavy with deep fury. Enough of this, Sandalphon! Out of my way! For an instant, Sandalphon trembles at the change in Metatron's attitude. However, this is what he had desired all along. Sandalphon roars, the face beneath his mask twisted into a terrible smile. Yes, Metatron, that's what I want from you. Come, let's fight to the Light flashes before Sandalphon's eyes. Following his beast-like instincts, he throws his body backwards, and the beam saber slashes vertically up Sandalphon's body. If he had been an instant slower, he would have been divided up the middle. And even though he evaded, the attack still sliced through his armor, and a torrent of blood sprays from the gash. Metatron releases Sandalphon's fist, and she flies away, ignoring the falling Sandalphon. Before smashing to the pavement, Sandalphon manages to right himself and land properly. Suppressing the flow of blood from the crack in his mask, he screams his utter hate at Metatron's back. Damn you! Damn you! Damn you! Damn you! How far will you go to mock me? I'll kill you! I'll never rest until I kill you! A call in his communicator cuts into his insane rage, and he answers it angrily. Who is this? Me. It's me, Sandalphon. Vespanius! It can wait, I'm busy! I'm afraid that it can't. I assume you know what has transpired. Good, then return to base for now. We have much to discuss. Doesn't matter to me, don't interfere! Sandalphon, do you want to make enemies of the Anticross? And besides, you know that it will do you no good to part ways with me. Ah! The frustrated grinding of Sandalphon's teeth is audible through the microphone. Now Vespania speaks in softer, persuasive tones. Come. There will be plenty of chances for you to fight, Metatron. In fact, you could say that the real battle starts here. So why not save the fun for later? The more you let it ferment, the sweeter your vengeance will become, you know. Let it grow. Let it grow stronger and stronger. Nurture your hatred. It will lead you to even greater heights. You're always the sly old man. Fine, I'll return. Metatron, we'll finish this another day. Sandalphon spreads his black wings and blasts into the sky, flying to Cthulhu high above. From the sky, no one can see the immense scar burned into the city by Augustus's Deus Machina. All of the buildings that were in the path of his lasers have been melted or vaporized, and at the end of that destruction, where Demonbane was standing, there is nothing. Everything within half a kilometre of the epicenter has been utterly annihilated. Needless to say, there is nothing left of Demonbane. Metatron looks down on the destruction from high in the sky. Her clenched fists tremble. Defeat. No way. How could that robot be defeated? We're screwed now. Damn. It falls on Arkham City like a leaden shroud. No! Kuru! Demonbane! Mistress? In the sky, the evil god blocks out the moon, and upon the hearts of the people falls. Silly children. Despair. This is a temple come throne room. Following Augustus's orders, all members of Black Lodge have gathered in the audience chamber. The main gate opens, drawing all eyes to it, and 6 silhouettes stand in the light of the doorway. They are the leaders of Black Lodge, the Anti-Cross. My, how good of you all to gather on such short notice. Vespanius walks to the altar with his usual affected air. The other Anti-Cross follow him. Oh my, it looks like we've lost quite a few. Looking over the gathered disciples, Tiberius chuckles. Titus scoffs, his lack of interest clear. It appears that many were consumed by the god's flesh. However, it means little. In other words, dumbasses who can't take care of themselves should just fucking die. You can't be wiping your asses for you, right, Caligula? Claudius laughs derisively, with a pointed look at Caligula's prosthetic arm and eye patch. Without a word, Caligula swings his fist. And though unable to catch the swift Claudius, the blast sends several disciples flying. Wanna go, shithead? Enough, you two! Our supply of pawns has already shrunk considerably. Don't exacerbate the problem with your foolish quarrels. Augustus scolds the two from the rear of the party. Despite having just clearly been referred to as pawns, the disciples show not even the slightest hint of anger or displeasure. For them there is only anxiety, and the fear and awe of the Anticross. Soon, all of the Anticross have assembled at the altar. The 6 of them line up before an empty throne, and Augustus steps forward and addresses the assemblage. Gathered disciples, the treachery of the Grand Master, Master Therion, is as have I explained. When I think of all our comrades who have been sacrificed to this madness, my heart bursts with grief and rage. His words are as transparent as they come, but even so, dissent never enters the disciples' minds. This is how well they know the terror of the Anticross. Augustus continues, his words reverberating through the tension-charged air. So, will the Sea Project end here? Will our kingdom be destroyed even before it arises? The chamber fills with disquieted muttering. If Master Therion's project was only a facade, then all their hopes and dreams were for nothing. And after allowing the anxiety to spread up to all the disciples, Augustus cuts into the din with a theatrical proclamation. No! Our dream, our long years spent enduring the utmost darkness, we must not allow them to go to waste. We, the Anticross, have decided. As the heads of the beast, we will continue the Sea Project. The muttering of the disciples becomes an uproar. Vespanius steps up and continues the explanation. Ironically, Master Therion has accomplished the summoning Cthulhu for us. We would call this a blessing in disguise, or perhaps a lucky break. In any case, now that he has set the table for us, Master Therion's power is no longer needed. After all, the means of controlling the god are in our hands. With our power, the Sea Project can reach true completion. Hearing those words, the disciples began to regain their enthusiasm. A rapid succession of unbelievable events had thrown them into chaos, but if the Sea Project, their hope, and indeed their purpose in life, can still be completed, then Black Lodge still has meaning. The Sea Priestess has already been presented as the central unit to the heart of the illusory Heart Mother. Now we need only wait. There is nothing to stand in our way. Without Demonbane, the Haddo group has no power. Now is the time to renew your conviction. Comrades, the word of law is... Responding to Augustus's call, the assembled disciples snap to attention, raise their right fists, and cry their creed as one. The throne room shakes with their voices. The word of law is Thelema! The Anticross look down on them with satisfied expressions. However, there is one member of Black Lodge whose will has not been brought under their control. Stop right there! A thunderous cacophony blasts away the chanting, and all eyes go to the gate where Dr. West is wailing on his electric guitar. Upon finishing his riff, Dr. West strides fearlessly up to the Anticross. Elsa follows behind him. Dr. West stops moving when Augustus stands before him. 6 pairs of eyes glare coldly at the Doctor. Ah, how scary, Robo. What is your business, Doctor?
Huh. Well, I just heard your speech, and it was nothing but self-serving nonsense. Just when did Black Lodge become yours?
Dr. West glares black. Dr. West glares back unflinchingly. Only he would have the mad courage to stand up to the Anticross like this. Augustus responds coolly. We have no intention of making Black Lodge ours. However, we were the Grand Master's lieutenants, and now that he is gone, who else can hold the organization together?
What nonsense are you spouting? You talk like the Grand Master's death was inevitable, but it was all your plot. You're nothing but traitors!
A dangerous aura begins to gather around the Anticross. And even so, Dr. West shows no sign of backing down. Augustus responds, his voice growing steadily lower. Oh? So what exactly are you trying to say, Doctor? That you will not obey us, traitors? I never imagined that you were so loyal.
I have no loyalty! A genius is always alone. I don't grovel before anyone. However, I find all of you repugnant. Just because you were lieutenants, you think you can...
Dr. West's tirade suddenly ceases. Elsa looks over his shoulder, trying to discern the cause of the sudden change. Doctor, what's wrong, Robo?
You...
I've had enough of you, Doctor. With an exasperated shake of the head, Augustus pulls out the knife that he has just stabbed into Dr. West's abdomen. Dr. West falls to the marble floor with blood pouring from his wound. Elsa dashes to his side. Doctor! 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 Oh yes, I forgot to mention this, comrades. The loss of the Grand Master has thrown us into chaos. In order to recover as quickly as possible, elements of disorder will be dealt with summarily. I bid you not to forget this. Cradling Dr. West in her arms, Elsa looks fearfully up at Augustus, and he looks down at her with a cold smile. A small act of mercy. I will finish you quickly. Elsa grabs a grenade from her hip and throws it against the floor, and the flash erupts between Elsa and Augustus. Everyone who is looking averts their eyes from the sudden blinding light. And when the light fades, Elsa and Dr. West are no longer there. With Dr. West on her back, Elsa is quickly vanishing beyond the main gate.
Hey! What the fuck are you all doing after the traitor shitbirds?
Claudius screams at the disciples, and as the panicked henchmen run after Elsa, emergency sirens begin to sound throughout the illusory Heart Mother. Should we not give chase? There's nothing they can do. Now then, this is how things stand. Sandalphon, what will you do? Augustus speaks into the darkness of the throne. Well, that to me seems like a reasonable point to end this part, so thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next.